Hello, Monica. Alright, let me see if I can set this thing up. Hi, Ken. Hi, Helen. That was Jack bashing his head off the floor. Alright, let me set this up. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Let's see if this works. It might. Hello, everybody. How's everybody on this wonderful Tuesday? Don't mind me, I was hot and wanted a popsicle. Wow, that board's really in my head. I don't know. I don't think you can make it smaller. You know what I might do? Hold on, I have an idea. That was magic. Hi, Nikki, how are you? I hope everyone's having a beautiful day. I have a surprise to share with everybody. I'm very excited. A couple things I want to remind you of. One, last week, the new shadow work journal came out. The new archetype came out. We did a container with Archangel Mary. We did the full moon guided meditation and energy work. Tomorrow is the first live stream for people's energy work and readings over in Patreon. And then Soul Sessions is Saturday, and Sunday is our next guided meditation. And tonight is craft night. I am fabulous. Thank you for asking. What's everybody up to today? Hi. I was thinking about you the other day. How's your car? Uh-oh. Hold on. I was done. I didn't want to give myself a brain freeze. Hello, Tom. Oh, uh-oh, life's been rough. That's not a plus, though, but I'm glad that the car stuff is well. So, since I can't hold it anymore, I'm just going to show you guys. So, real quick, one of the things that I've talked about for a while is doing merch for Ether and Ash. And so, I finally got to do our very first merch item that came in the mail today. So, this is the very first shirt that we ever have. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's also going to be in a hoodie too, if that's something that people are interested in. But I figured we would do a shirt first. Yes! Merch! So this is what the front, hold on, let me make sure you can see. This is what is on the front of the shirt. Really cute. I'm a big fan. And then this is what is on the back. Of course, we had to put a unicorn on there, okay? It wouldn't be right if we didn't do that. So this is what's on the back. And then this is what's on the front. And so these are shirts. So it's available in a bunch of different colors too. This is a medium. And then it's also going to be in hoodies. I love it. I think it came out really cool. I was like stalking the mailman, honestly. Like we were outside waiting for the mailman to come. So I'm going to put all the information on how to grab one of these if that's something you're interested in. Oh my goodness. I will also tell you that these are Bella and Canvas shirts. They're good quality shirts. That's why I wanted to have myself one first, so I could make sure, A, that the quality was really good and that it came out in a way that we would all like. So this is going to be the shirt version. The hoodie version is going to be the same thing. So if you're someone who's interested in these shirts, I will tell you that the shirts are about $35 and their shipping is free. I just want to put that out there. So I'm going to include the shipping in the price of everything. So the shirts are going to be $35 and the hoodies are $45. And again, the shipping is free. It's included in it. So I'm going to post more pictures of it in the Discord. And then if you guys are interested, you're more than welcome to grab one and I'll get it sent to you. But this is what they look like. Super excited. I think they came out really cool. And of course, one day we'll probably do a see you in the alley one. Hello, Rebecca. What's everybody up to on this Tuesday? I'm also a big fan of items, Monica. I'm also going to look into doing stickers too, so stay tuned. That is something that I can add to our repertoire of stuff. It snowed. Girl, no. Oh, Tori, that sounds fun. Damn, that sucks. I don't even want to tell you what the temperature is here today. Yes, stickers. Thank you, ma'am. It's been a long time coming. I've tried to do the merch stuff in a ton of different ways and it just hasn't ever worked out. So I was really excited to get this done. And I really love this part. The resolution on this was tough. So thank you. It was fun. I'm super excited and I can't wait for people to start wearing their Ether and Ash stuff and then people will ask you about it. I'm super excited. So I'm going to post how to order these and in the Discord, so stay tuned. Hello, Claire. How are you? Oh, the night sky looked beautiful. All right, let's do people's oracle cards. Who would like an oracle card? I have viewer wishes shut off today, so I'm not even going to do those. If you're someone who's kind and you're not a douche and you want an oracle card, I would be happy to pull one for you. Okay. Thank you. I'm so excited. This is what the front looks like. I also did I'm going to post the TikTok video after, but I did an unboxing video of getting it and unboxing it. So super excited. And then of course, Jack was able to model some of it. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Dink. Thank you. All right, let's see. Monica, thanks for the heart, man. All right, let's see. Hi, RS. How are you? Thanks for lighting up the necklaces. Oh, Claire, I bet you could do it. It's so fun, too. All right, let's see. What do we got, Kai? What do we have for Kai today? Kai, this is the Alpha Dragon. Harness the divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old, visualize your dream, and help to manifest a new world. What did you do? What did you do? Let's see. Alpha Dragons are bringing you a very special message. You're being called to demonstrate creative forces in your current project or experience. So ask these magnificent beings to assist you and know that their masculine energy will empower and strengthen you as you visualize what you want to build. You can also ask these dragons to support you in constructing our new fifth dimensional world. As you hold the vision of the new golden age, they can take your picture and breathe life into them. This is the card of raw power and creation, so ensure your intentions are pure. Oh my gosh, that's too cute, Claire. I love that. I love that. One day I'm going to get a Cricut again. The one I had, the software didn't work very well with my computer, and it was not great at all. Okay, hold on. I have an idea. Guess what? That won't happen anymore. Ta-da! Okay, you should not be able to invite anybody anymore. I think I fixed it. Dun dun dun. Okay. I'm also pulling cards for people who want one today. So if you want one, just let me know and I would be more than happy to get you on the list. All right, Ken, let's see. What do we got? Ooh, Tori, please do. Please feel free. That's what it's for. Ken, this is the green gold dragon from Sirius. Brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology and be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. Let's see. I gotta figure out where this one's hiding. Drawing this card suggests you invite these luminous beings to swirl around you, touching your chakras with the sacred geometry of the universe. Then ask them to tune you into any aspect of higher knowledge you can bring forward now. Sit quietly and allow this to happen. You may receive a download of information, or various keys and codes you carry in your soul may light up. If so, you will become a transmitter who broadcasts sacred knowledge, though you may not be consciously aware of it. Your dreams may reveal memories from your travels with the wonderful dragons from Sirius. Ken, that was fab. All right, let's see. I should have worn it, but I figured it was easier to show everybody. I did post I have a video of it on, so if you're someone who wants to see what it looks like in that capacity, you're more than welcome to. All right, Dinky, let's see. You're welcome. What do I got? Dinky, this is the orange dragon. Bring soul families and communities together. Spread belonging, warmth, and oneness, and bring people together everywhere. Hello, Hunter. How are you? Hunter, can I ask you a question? When you pick this card, your guidance is to see the divine light in everyone. How do you feel about the food pyramid? Look for the bonds that link you. The orange the orange dragons will help you to spread their light of warmth, welcome, and acceptance to all people, races, and cultures. Let that light shine through you. You will feel a sense of belonging and oneness, and your heart will open. This will help you to develop your abilities of higher manifestation. When you visualize the people and animals of the world coming together in harmony and acceptance, orange dragons will flood your vision with their light. Archangel Metatron himself will then take it to energize the plan for Earth. So hold the highest vision for the golden age that is being prepared and do your part to bring your community and the world into spiritual accord. The energy of higher peace. Tori! Okay. Okay. Was it a piece of pizza or was it the whole microwavable pizza? Like, did you get Domino's today? I got you, Tori. Let me get through this list and then I'm going to come over. And don't feel bad, truthfully, at all. Sometimes we need guidance for different things. Okay. You'll have to tell me what brand it is one day. All right, who do I got next? Claire. Let's see. Claire, what do I got? Whoa. Ooh, Claire, that's interesting. Left or right? I was just curious. Hi, Tink, thanks for the heart me. This is the Earth Dragon. Clears your path in the land around you. Stay grounded, be ready to serve, stuck energy is clearing, and you can move forward in life. Let's see. It is time to clear unwanted energies that are preventing your life from moving forward. Some of these may be in the earth under your home or office or where you travel. Call on the Earth Dragons and ask them to remove all that is not in accordance with divine light. Then sense the frequency rising within the land and on your path. This card also suggests that you may be called on to do planetary service work, as the Earth Dragons will take the opportunity to cleanse any ley lines you focus on. Take a moment to direct them to clear the planetary grid and visualize that grid glowing and shimmering. Claire, that was good. All right, I got Monica and then RS and then Tori. I'm coming over to you. All right, let's see, Monica. What do we got? Monica, this is the aquamarine dragon from Neptune. Enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. Spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive ineffable soul knowledge. Oh, thanks, Tink. These are actually our new shirts. The collective got new shirts today. So this is the front of the shirt, and then this is the back of the shirt. So super excited. The merch has been in the talks for a long time, and we finally were able to do it. All right, let's see. Thinking about you all the time. Aquamarine dragons from Neptune are water dragons. They'll flow around you, surrounding you with their aquamarine energy and awakening your psychic abilities. Connect with them often, for each time you do so, they'll light up more of the keys and codes of your true essence. This will bring your soul contentment and a sense of your divine magnificence, and you'll experience higher levels of enlightenment and see your world and the universe through different eyes. Your guidance is to drink a glass of blessed water as you tune into these dragons, and they'll be able to touch you more profoundly. Thank you. All right, RS, my friend, are you still in here with me? Then we're going to go to Tori for Tori's reading. Don't forget, tonight is craft night if you're someone who hangs out in the Discord. Tomorrow is Patreon readings and energy work. We did a sacred container with Archangel Mary. That's available too. We did that on Friday, and then we did our full moon guided meditation and energy work last week. We got some pretty good mods, I must say. Got some pretty good ones. Okay, if RS is not in here, then Tori, I'm coming to you. All right, let's see. I also have to change the music so I don't sing. Okay. What else was I about to do? Oh, music. Whoa. Okay. Tori, I appreciate you. Let's see. All right. What do I got for Tori today? Oh. Tori, was our daily collective poll. Oh, so I think this is also super interesting. Aquamarine dragons from Neptune enable you to access your deepest soul wisdom. Spirituality and wisdom are available to you. Develop your psychic abilities and receive ineffable soul knowledge. Let's see. Aquamarine dragons from Neptune are water dragons. They will flow around you, surrounding you with their aquamarine energy and awakening your psychic abilities. Connect with them often, for each time you do so, they'll light up more of the keys and codes of your true essence. This will bring your soul contentment and a sense of divine magnificence, and you will experience higher levels of enlightenment. See your world and the universe through different eyes. I like that one. Do-do-do. Okay. Have they? So also don't forget, there is a live class coming up on the 18th of April if you're someone who would like to be a part of it. Tori, do I have your permission to come all the way over there? Tori, do you hold back a lot of your opinions or things that you want to say, including your emotions, because you're unsure of how they'll be perceived? Do you find yourself making yourself small in certain situations as well? Oh, sorry. Has there been significant loss in your life due to some understandings? Thanks, JWP. You're a rock star. Tori, I have another question. Do you struggle believing things that people say? So, like, do you struggle with like trusting people and like taking compliments and receiving things? Because I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, so I'm gonna just tell you like what is going on this side of everything I can see. So when I first clicked in, there's this blanket basically of heaviness that goes from like your belly up into your throat. It's like one of those, it kind of feels like a lead vest you would have if you were getting an x-ray, and it goes from your belly and then it hangs here. And do you find yourself repeating the same patterns, whether it's with relationships, certain people, certain things that come into your life? And if the answer is yes, do you take on some of that as like your fault or like you're to blame for it? Okay. I got you, Hunter. There's a couple of things I'm just going to rapid fire say because there's so much information coming at once, and every time I pause it's like it all comes out again. So I'm just going to start rapid firing what's coming up here. I wouldn't be super surprised if you have belly issues and like in tight hips. There's this protective band that we build sometimes that aids in that receiving block. The other thing too is your chest is tight, and I'm not saying that it isn't open, but it looks like it's been like it's something that is clouded, because it's like I want this love, but I don't believe that I can receive it. And so the misalignment sits in that space where it probably feels like a push and pull often. The other thing too is I wouldn't be surprised if you're having like fears of the future with that, because when I talk about that, your left foot lights up. And so that usually is like fear of the future, fear of perceiving something to come in the future. And then the other thing too is there's heaviness in this left shoulder, which is usually to me when people they're looking backwards to the past and they're doing the shoulda, woulda, coulda, and that's stopping them from moving forward. There's also something coming through about being present, the need to be present and be mindful. This stuff in your belly is going to be working through some of the things that you think are quote unquote wrong with you. I actually wouldn't be surprised if you were someone to ever have your soul contract done, I wouldn't be surprised if that is a piece of it. That there's like this void of this unworthiness that we hold on to, that we think something's wrong with us. And we have to look inward to move through that and integrate it in versus holding on to it like a Pandora's box. The other thing too is your neck has Your neck has some density to it, and this is usually where resentment sits, but I don't feel that it's a resentment towards other people. If anything, it feels more like a resentment you hold towards yourself. And so you are your best friend, right? And so being in connection with yourself is how you will be in connection to the rest of the world. And so if you are looking for that stability and things in other people, we have to start finding a way for you to give that back to yourself. So, Tori, I have a question. When's the last time that you did something for yourself? Okay, then the reading list is closed. Thank you, Nikki, for that. We have reached our 3 readings spots today, so thanks, peeps, for that. So next I have Tori, Hunter, and then Nikki. Is that something very different for you? Like, if you had something planned for yourself, but someone needed your help with something, would you put yourself on the back burner to go run and help them? Yeah. Okay. So I wouldn't be surprised if being able to make space for yourself, that making space for yourself is something you might feel guilty around doing. We have to look at the why of that. So if that's something that you feel the next time it comes up, sit with yourself and see if you can feel where that guilt is coming from. Try to find that like energetic file in your body and see where it comes from. And so, Tori, I did a video about this morning, is people will go out of their way to misunderstand you because it doesn't line up with what things look like for them. So you have to remember that everyone has a different perception of the things, right? And so the other thing too is that their limit of understanding is not the limit of understanding, right? So what makes sense for us, what we believe in and what's true for us might sound ludicrous to somebody else, but that isn't your business, nor is what you're doing their business. So I will always tell people, don't keep yourself in this gilded cage because you're afraid of what someone might think or what somebody might do. Because their opinion doesn't rule your life. And I can't tell you how many people I've worked with who have not done things because they're afraid of how someone's going to feel or what someone's going to respond to or what their opinion is. And their opinion is a direct reflection of their inner world, not yours. So when we often internalize the way people perceive us, we'll hold it on as our own, but we don't believe that about ourselves. So have you ever, Tori, have you ever done like shadow work or looked into a shadow work book or prompts around it or anything of the sort? Because I think that might be a good place to start if you're interested to start kind of sifting through what hangs out in here. Is it something that, please don't take offense to this, I don't know another way to ask it, but is it something that's being done and embodied, or is it something being done because you feel like you have to go through the motions? Because there's doing shadow work and embodying it, and then there's doing it to say I did it without comprehending the work that was done. I think it's that devotion piece. It does. So, Tori, do you do any energy stuff? Like, do you practice like energetic hygiene? Do you do any grounding? Do you do any kind of energy stuff on your own? there is a meditation that I put up. It's for free on the Patreon, and I don't remember if I posted it to YouTube, but it's a 10-minute regrounding exercise. I did post it in the updates channel. Try and sit with that exercise if you feel like you have 10 minutes sometime this week, and just kind of see what comes up. Amen. That is one of the hardest things that people, it's not about quieting them, it's about learning to work within them and let them flow through. A lot of times that frustration blocks everything. The last thing I'm going to say is that sometimes we hold on to emotions that aren't ours. And so fear of being judged, things about being taken for granted, and other things we'll hold on to as ours when they're not. And so sometimes being able to locate that energetic file. So if you're someone who's ever taken that class with me, when you have a big reaction emotionally, track where it is. So the next time you get really mad, ask where within your body that it is. And then hold on to it and grab it and try to transmute it. The more we understand where our reactions and those emotions come from, the more we understand why we are the way that we are. I think being able to start doing some of that conscious work at the same time, Tori, may help too. Sometimes that happens. It also happens too when we build a heart wall from trapped emotions. It's just being numb and not being able to process how we truly feel. And it leads to that from a level of disconnection. It does. And sometimes we outgrow people. And sometimes we put up with things that we shouldn't put up with but we feel that that's all we can do, or that's what we're worthy of. And we have to work on our own self-worth to be able to make that change in that. Resonance attracts resonance. That's the other thing I will tell everybody. So if you are someone who feels that you're attracting, yeah, go ahead. If you feel that you're attracting the same people, the same patterns, the same situations, start asking yourself, what can you learn from it? And what accountability do you need to take for that pattern to cease? And that's really where the true embodiment of the shadow work is. The only thing that I will say is I'm not quite sure where your energy has started, because I will tell you, once I do readings, I very rarely remember. So what I will say as of right now is the biggest things I notice within your energy is this big heart wall and that receiving block. So with that, there's how to start identifying what your feelings are and working through those. Tori, do you know what a feeling wheel is? Thanks for the rose. So it's something I suggest to a lot of people, especially when they're identifying their emotions, because remember, energy is emotion. They are one and the same. So when we're trying to get a hold of our energy, that also means getting a hold of what our emotions are. So being able to identify them is a big one. So as you're doing some of that energy work, I would ask where, Tori, as those things pop up, what emotion is it attached to and where is it coming from? And I think that's one thing we miss too with energy work, is energy is emotion, right? Emotion creates energy of things. That's why people will talk about things being low vibrational or high vibrational, and it's just density of feeling, like shame, fear, guilt, way low on the density scale. I think, Tori, that the more you commit to yourself and keep going down the road you're going, you'll be where you want to be. But it isn't something that will happen overnight. Hi, Amanda. Thanks for the heart me. Does that make sense? I always tell people this is a marathon, but it's a slow one. It's not a sprinting ultra marathon. It's like the turtle, slow and steady wins the race. And we have to be kind to ourselves in doing that. The last thing I'll tell you is, and this is for everybody too, until you love yourself, you will attract others who struggle with that same thing. And that is what the cycle will continue to be. So I know you have it in you. Everybody does. It's if you find it worth the time to start doing that work to devote to yourself, because we're programmed to just give to other people all the time. And so now you have to take that power back and feel selfish for a little while and start doing it on your own. Tori, thanks for letting me come over in your energy and visit, my friend. YouTheBomb.com. Hi, Shay. Hi, Amanda. I hope everyone's having a beautiful day in the neighborhood. You're welcome. Tori, feel free to come hang out with us over in the Patreon too. We do classes and meditation and energy work and stuff over there. There's a bunch of free stuff, and Ember's on a 7-day free trial. So feel free to check it out. And that's for anyone who wants to take classes or do any of those things as well. Please feel free. Ether Study Hall is a workshop that I do every month for people in Patreon. And this month topic is all about finding your energetic cords and how to clear your auric field. So that is for my Patreon people. And then our next live class is on the 18th. And it's all about how we receive information and then utilize discernment. So feel free to come hang out with us for that as well. Tori, thanks for letting me in your energy, my friend. Nope, cutting cords and clearing your energy field are two different things, actually. Two different things. Amen. That's why I'm doing a class on it. Not every information you get is for you. Not everything that comes through is for you. And not everything needs to be dissected either. Hi, JJ. So that's why this class is all about how we receive and what our energetic channels are, and how to then use our discernment to work with that information. The class on receiving and discernment is on the Discord. It is $33 a person. The class on finding your own cords and clearing your auric field is for subscribers of the Patreon. Da-da-da, Shay, thanks for the heart me. Okay, so Hunter, you're next on my list, and then I have Nikki. Also, if you're someone who just has been here recently, I got our very first shirt today. So they look like this. And then this is what the back looks like. So if you're someone who is interested in shirts or hoodies, I'm going to post the information on the cord, and then you're more than happy to take a look at it. I did have Jack tease it earlier. He teased what the back looks like. This is what the front looks like. Dude, I do too. They're super cute. I was so excited to get them in the mail today. So these will be up. The information will be up in the cord if people are interested in them. You can do shirts. They come in a bunch of different colors. You can also do hoodies. The other thing too is it's the Bella and Canvas stuff. So it's good quality. I will update you on the shrinkage department. I'm hoping they don't shrink, but they are 100% cotton. So it does say, obviously, tumble dry on low. Da da da. We got them. Okay. All right, let's see. Hunter. I'm going to pull your card. And then what kind of reading are we doing? Are we doing a general with energy stuff, or are we doing a past life reading? And don't forget, tonight is craft night. Tomorrow is the first live stream in Patreon for people's readings and their energy work. Hunter, this is the Crystal Yellow Dragon. Opens you to higher learning and wisdom. Expand your crown chakra for illumination and walk the higher spiritual path. Ooh, whatever I want to do, huh? The world is in my hands. I got the whole world. All right, let's see. I'm gonna find it. Receiving this card suggests it is time for you to walk a higher spiritual path. Crystal yellow dragons are swirling around your head, freeing the petals of your crown chakra from lower energies, allowing them to open and illuminating them. These dragons remind you that you are a being of the universe. The ultimate is to become a cosmic master, so step onto a diamond path. The crystal yellow dragons will ensure you connect with those who are ready for the light you carry. When you meet people, your light will automatically light up the keys and codes of mastery latent within them. The time for higher service is now. Hunter, do I have permission to come over there? And then can I also ask you a question? Have you ever had a past life reading before? Okay. I'm coming over there. Give me a second. Hunter, is back pain something you deal with? The other thing too is you have a really heavy hip. Do you have trouble sleeping? Your eyes also feel heavy. And it feels more like right eye. Do you still struggle with looking at some things from the past? Is it hard sometimes to be in the present for you? You have a cord from your solar plexus and solar and sacral to throat. Do you have a hard time talking about like the way you feel or like your emotions? Also about yourself? I'm going to ask you one more question. And then, is there something that was triggered from childhood in the last week or so? Just sit on that because just see what comes to you over the next couple of days about what might have been triggered, because it seems sacral chakra related. also feel like there's a really strong heart wall. Got a lot of heart walls today. What's up with that? Okay, Hunter, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had energy work done? Would you like to do some with me right now? Because there's a couple things. One, whatever's up here, we can move it. Whatever's hanging out in your back, I think we can move it too. And then I think you carry some tenseness in your jaw. Okay, so this is what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to imagine that I am standing on the right hand side of you. Okay, I have one hand over your chest like this, and my other hand is directly parallel to this one just behind your back. I am not touching you. There's probably 3 inches between my hand and your chest. Okay, out of my hand is coming this really pretty emerald green light. When I ask you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in with me, I would like you to imagine that you are pulling that same really pretty green light from the bottom of your feet all the way up to the top of your head. So, we're going to close our eyes. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose. Hold it. And let it go. You're going to feel a lot of energy at your feet. Don't try to guide it. Just let it go wherever it needs to go. Gonna feel some quick pressure in your belly. You might even get a drop in your stomach. I promise it'll pass. Big rush of energy up into your chest. You might get a bunch of saliva in your mouth, but I promise it will pass. You're gonna feel some pressure on your forehead, might itch for a second. One more big rush of energy in your belly. Hunter, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that in the center of your chest is that really beautiful green light. Every time you are taking a breath in, that light is getting bigger and bigger until it completely envelops you in a shield. Hunter, what I want you to do is I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And let it go. And now before you open your eyes, I want you to do one thing. I want you to imagine that you're looking at an energetic outline of your body. Coming off of this energetic outline are some cords. Some are thick, some are thin, some are slimy, some may be even funny colors. What I want you to do is I want you to imagine that you have a really sharp object in one of your hands. And I want you to take that sharp object and cut through every single one of those cords that is hanging off of your energetic body. Once you've done that, you're going to be looking at broken cords hanging off of you and then cords that are hanging off of everybody else. I want you to take that sharp object and dig a hole basically in the sand between this is my energy and that is your energy. And then once you've done that, I want you to slowly wiggle your fingers and toes and come back to me and tell me how you feel. God, my fingertips just got real cold all of a sudden. Thank you guys for all the tippy taps. You guys are killing it today. JC, thanks for the hand heart. Boom. Love that. Hunter, there's two more things that I want to say to you. Has anyone ever talked to you about the Lyruns before? Okay. I would like to gift you something. So pay attention to your Discord DMs today, because I will make sure to get it over to you at some point today. Hold on, I need to remind myself, the squirrel in me. My pen. Oh, found it. Oh. Thank you for letting me come over, and your energy, truthfully, is an honor and a privilege, my friend, whenever people trust me to come visit. So thank you. You are very welcome. Very, very welcome. Nikki, my friend, are you still in here? Actually, Hunter, I'm gonna just do it now, otherwise I'm gonna forget. What the hell? Hold on. Oh, found it. There you go, Hunter. Sent it on over. Hold on, let me go back up. Nikki, are you still in here with me? Amanda, has anyone had trouble with sleep? What I will tell you is that I am a firm believer that the planets and retrogrades do not affect people in the way that some people like to say that they do. One thing I will tell you that I've noticed big time with people lately is communication blocks around self-love, and also around boundaries. You're welcome. So, if you are someone who is having trouble sleeping, I would ask you if you are being harsh, critical, or cynical to yourself or other people. And if so, try to figure out where that energy file is stored and see what it is. A lot of times too, when we have a lot of distortion in our auric field, it'll cause us to keep waking up quite a bit. Always have racing thoughts that we can't fall asleep. And so sometimes that's a way to look at where we may not be in alignment with our body. Nikki! Nikki, are you here? That fly just came out of nowhere. Doo-doo. That definitely is one thing too. Amanda, do you also notice that you're craving cold beverages? Right? Oh, Nikki, where art thou? Okay, so one of the things about that is, so when we're craving usually cold beverages, it means that we have stomach heat that we're holding on to. And one of the hard parts of learning how to manage that is that cold injures spleen chi. So your spleen is where your intuition is housed, and where that inner knowing, inner GPS starts from. So Amanda, if you get bored later, look into some natural remedies for stomach heat around traditional Chinese medicine and see what you can come up with. Nikki, hello. Are you ready? What kind of reading are we doing? Past lives, general, energy work, what we're doing? Also, don't forget, we have shirts and hoodies that you can now order if you are someone who would like one. You're okay. This is what the front looks like. And then this is what the back looks like. You know, we had to add a unicorn in there. So I will post more information about it on the cord as well. Okay, let's pull your card first. And then don't forget our next live class. They do. I'll have to go look, but gray. It's like a heather charcoal gray. Like a heather charcoal gray, and the shirts are Bella and Canvas. So they're really good quality shirts. I'm a big fan of this. It's been a long time coming. And don't worry, I am going to post a video of it so you guys can see more of it later. So I think the shipping is going to be free on them, just so you know. So shipping's included in the price if you're someone who grabs one. So shirts are $35 and hoodies are $45. So if you are someone who would like one, stay tuned as I post more info about it. Okay, let's see. Right? I'm a sucker for merch too. All right, Nikki, let's see. Oh, our next live class is April 18th. It is $33 a person, and it's all about receiving information and then how do we utilize discernment to work through the information we received. Okay, let's see. What do I got for Nikki to... Hello. Is that the... It is. This is the golden orange dragon. Expands your light for ascension. Be a peaceful warrior. Help those in need. And remember your significance. Sorry, now I have the energy burps. All right, let's see. This card connects you with the illuminated archangel Metatron, as well as his powerfully ascended dragons. You are on your ascension path, and golden orange dragons are pouring high-frequency light into your aura to attract the attention of masters, angels, and unicorns who are guiding you. Drawing this card suggests it's time for a push forward on your ascension path. Do you need to meditate more, or examine and release old stuff? Or embrace who you truly are and recognize your significance? Tell these dragons what you need in order to take the next step on your journey into the higher frequencies, and they will help you. Call on them for support and they'll provide it. They are wonderful companions and friends. All right, Nikki, do I have permission to come on over and visit? Okay. JC, thanks for the night star, dude. Nikki, a couple things. Do you take on an emotional load for others? Like, do you try to help people with like their emotions and things they're feeling, and like try to help people work through it? Do you try to be a fixer? So they keep showing the look over the left shoulder, which is usually that there's something from the past that keeps coming up or keeps resurging, and it affects the way in which you work with the world, see the world, through the lens through which you see it. Do you have a left eye that sometimes twitches or waters? There's something too about expressing yourself, being able to voice your opinions, voice your needs. Do you sometimes feel like you have this big invisible ball in your throat? I get the impression that you're making yourself small. The other thing I'm going to say too is I think there's a disconnect with the way you feel within your body and what is actually happening. Because I will tell you that there's this, I can see it. There's this big, like, barrier to being able to express yourself. And I feel like it's that you don't want to, like, there's something about needs, being able to understand what your needs are. So take that however it resonates, but that's the second time they've brought that up very specifically. The other thing too is there something to do with, are you like your own worst critic? So I wouldn't be surprised if you deal with headaches, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go middle more to the right side. And it seems that this is a learned pattern of behavior from the past, right? It's something that was like programmed, taught to you, and it's hard to break through that. So just remember, your thoughts build a bridge. In what we say to ourselves internally means just as much to our body as if we said it verbally and out loud. Your body still internalizes it the same way. That was super weird. I don't know what that was. 1 second. They just showed me it, like, I just got an image of like a white skirt with like flowers on it or something. I don't know. That was super random. Hold on 1 second. Nikki, do you find it hard to take time for yourself? The other thing too is the back of your heart space has like denseness in there, which is usually where betrayal sits, but it doesn't, it feels like this is something that like, it feels like it's like a feeling of self-betrayal, but then it feels like it goes further back than that, like childhood. So I'm going to give you some of the main things that continue to come through. One is to look at how you can be kinder to yourself in the way you treat yourself. I also get the impression that you are someone who will do everything for anybody and run yourself ragged, and you'll burn the candle at both ends. Be cognizant about not doing that, even if it's emotionally burning the candle at both ends. There's something about sleep. So like making sure that you, hold on, I need to ask a question. It's care for yourself in a multitude of ways. So the right sleep, the right like hydration, things like that to take care of the internals as well. There's also something about emotions, and they're bringing me back to the throat again. So whether you're finding a way to work through some trapped emotions that you may have, and I feel like it explicitly brings back to childhood. Does your childhood constantly come up? That would make sense. They just keep giving me the impression that there's these emotional triggers that keep popping up, but they're not being acknowledged. And then it's like it's just an is what it is feeling and pushing through it versus actively working on it. Okay. Okay. There's just talk about like trapped emotion in certain spaces within your field and being able to work through it, transmute it, and process it versus just hold on to it. So, make sure you're finding a way to express yourself in whatever way that means to you. Because I get the impression that sometimes you make yourself small or quiet just to be and just for things to be easier, but you're doing yourself a disservice in that. Nikki, do you have a question? Have you been asking for like symbols or something? It makes 100% sense. I always say slow and steady wins the race. I don't know. Have you been asking them for signs or something? My God, stop telling me I'm doing a tarot reading. Your AI summary is terrible. I don't even have cards in my hand. If you have been looking, Nikki, for a sign or you've been asking them for something specific, pay attention to bumblebees in the color yellow, which also brings me to the way you feel about yourself within your solar plexus. So pay attention to those, specifically where you see yellow in your life and when bumblebees seem to appear. Is there something you want to ask them specifically while we're here? I also want to pull you a talisman, so hold on a second. This is the Karmic Justice Talisman. If I said to you, don't worry about things that are out of your control, does that make sense? It gives me the impression that there's a control piece here about what's within your control and what is out of it. If you seek the balance of karma, then this card is a positive sign that whatever the particular outcome of a situation, it'll be a fair one. Karmic justice doesn't look the same for everyone because we have different values and desires. Don't expect the repercussions to be immediate or of the same nature. They will be of equal worth. However, if your own efforts have been unfair, this card can also mean that it's time to accept the consequences. Put bias and prejudice aside and open your heart. The endless knot on this card symbolizes wisdom, compassion, and balance within the universe. The energy we spend is the energy we receive, is what the affirmation for this talisman is. So I think they actually already answered your question before you even got to ask me. Because they were like, oh, if you want a talisman, go pull one. So that was, Amanda, if you want to do one, I'll open one more spot for the day if you would like one. So Nikki, thank you truthfully for letting me in your energy. And no, I feel like I need to read you something else. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. They want me to, hold on. Don't take responsibility for anything that isn't yours. Always remember what is yours and what belongs to other people, and you won't have any trouble. You're so welcome. And the other thing too is sometimes justice looks different for everybody. And within divine law, it can also be different too. So just focus on what you can control and let go of the rest of it. Don't ruminate on it, which I know is much easier said than done. Bum, bum, bum. What was this? Nikki, thanks for letting me come over in your energy, my friend. Always an honor and a privilege. Always an honor and a privilege. A couple things I want to remind you guys of. On Friday, we did a sacred container with Archangel Mary. If that is something you are interested in, it is uploaded for Ember Healers, Hearth, and Soul Sanctuary people. Feel free to go do it. Also, with the full moon meditation and energy work, you are so welcome, my friend. Also, Nikki, if writing helps, all the things you wish you could say to certain people within the situation, get it down on paper. Because that way you're still allowing it to exit your auric field without holding on to it. Still find a way to process it and transmute it. I can't tell you how many times I've gone, yep, I've burned it, or go to the beach. and let it go in the water. I've done that too. I've actually grieved that way. My boyfriend died. This was a very long time ago. And I was really struggling with it. I was literally moving all the time because I was trying to outrun myself and how sad I was. And one day I grabbed flowers and I just wrote him a letter, and then I went and released it into the ocean. And not too long ago, I burned a bunch of stuff from somebody. Dinky was with me when I did it. It's funny that Dinky and I also had this conversation today about how if I don't talk to someone anymore, or if I have to let somebody go, I will completely remove them from my life. So this is what I mean. If somebody gave me this blanket, okay, and we don't talk anymore or something, I'm throwing the blanket out. Like, if something happened between us and like now we don't talk, now there's whatever, I'm throwing the blanket out because I don't want you in my energy anymore. And I think that Dinky told me today that me and her are weird because we're the only people that do that. But like, I will out, because if someone that I don't like gave me this picture or whatever, I wouldn't want it hanging near me. Things like that. So there are times where it's ways to release things, whether it's just expunging of things, whether it's writing it out, whether it's burning it, whatever it may look like. Find a way to release it that is within your control. Does that make sense? Oh, thanks for letting me come visit. Is there anyone who's been hanging out who would like an oracle card? I would be more than happy to pull one for you. Just let me know. I'll open one more reading spot if people would like it. It's 22 a spot. Whether you want to do general energy stuff, whatever comes through, whether you want to do a past life reading, let me know. Whatever sounds clever. Don't forget, tonight is craft night. If you're someone who wants to be a part of craft night. And then tomorrow is the first live stream within Patreon for people's energy work and their readings. Yep, I've done that with things. I am that person. Like, I have no shame in it. People will say it's ridiculous, but I don't think it is, especially when you're someone who's very energy focused. And energy really is a big part of a lot of things. Hunter, I also got to tell you that the last thing, got you, Amanda, the last thing I expected you to eat every day was a lean cuisine pizza. I thought you were eating like a Elio's pizza or like a Stouffer's pizza. I did not expect the lean cuisine. I don't know if I could eat 6 ounces of pizza. I don't think that would be enough for me. Dinky and I are having pizza tonight, but I make our pizza on puff pastry sheets. Oh, I gotta pull that out of the freezer. I also want to show you guys the merch that came today. I was stalking the mailman. So this is what the front of the shirt looks like. Ta-da! And then, of course, us unicorns. This is what the back looks like. So if you are someone who wants a shirt, the shipping is free. Shirts are $35 and hoodies are $45. And I'm going to post all the information within the cord so that you guys can look at it. Do. And I'm gonna keep painting on my picture tonight too. So come craft whatever you're gonna do, whether you're gonna color, whether you're gonna do your nails, whether you want to. Cooking is also creative, okay? So I've cooked during craft night. Thank you very much. How did I know she was gonna say something about the fucking brownies? How did I knew that was gonna come? Ken did get brownies. See, and they were really good. Sweet potato brownies, I'm saying. They're good. Okay, Amanda. I doubt he has any left. I did put it in a Ziploc bag. Well, I put it in tinfoil and then I put it in a Ziploc bag. All right, Amanda, let's see, my friend. Amanda, this is the mindfulness talisman. Let's see. There is a lot of beauty in the stillness of the mind. Allowing ourselves to be present in the moment and not worry about how things could have been or what we could have done better can open our minds to the treasures of what we have to be thankful for. With great patience and perseverance, we can accomplish anything. It's best not to rush into action or judgment too quickly. Often, patience is not about how long we can wait, but what we do with our time while waiting. We can learn to be grateful for every moment of our day, even when we feel stuck and things don't go our way. Like the praying mantis, staying mindful will make all of your endeavors more fruitful and meaningful. I am still is the affirmation for this talisman. That was fab. Okay. Hunter, thanks for the roses. Okay, Amanda, let's see. Definitely belly. Have you been feeling weird sensations on your left side? Let me ask you this a different way. Have you been struggling to like kind of have you been struggling to like shut your mind off? Have you been like having racing thoughts and like, do you feel like you need to always keep moving and doing something? So there's a couple of things. One, your husband is very present. This is one of the reasons I asked about your left-hand side, because when I literally clicked in here, he was the very first thing that I saw next to feeling your belly. You have really long hair. There's a couple things I'm going to say that I can see. Your belly has a lot of heaviness in it. The other thing too is, the reason I asked about if you have, well, you already mentioned sleep, but about, are you like critical and like not super nice to yourself in your internal dialogue? So there's something to be said about that, because one, this isn't, okay, I'm just gonna, was your husband someone who would like not get mad at you, but like, would he tell you not to be mean to yourself? Like, would he remind you how beautiful you are even on days where you're struggling with not feeling that way? Like, was he the yin to the yang of that? Okay, so there's a lot of information coming through, not only from him, but it's about how, right? How do we start to change the way that you talk to yourself? Because they're very adamant that this is not the way that you would talk to anybody else. And I also get the impression that if you overheard someone being talked to in the way that you talk to yourself, you would probably feel some type of way and step in. Does this make sense? So what are you don't have to answer me, but what are you beating yourself up about where you feel like you deserve that? Because you don't. The other thing too is something about your light. Specifically a star, like something about being a star, you're a star, shining bright like a star. Do you feel that you've lost your light? When I just read that, they brought me to your back, right? So behind your heart space, which is where we hold on to betrayal, not from other people, but also when we feel that we've betrayed ourselves. And do you not feel good enough to invest time and effort into? I don't know another way to say that, but like, do you not feel good enough that you're worth working through some of the things that you're holding on to? It also feels like you're carrying this like a ton of responsibility because your shoulders are really heavy, and that heaviness leaks down into like the back of your heart space. It also too is like I'm gonna ask a question. I'm not trying to put you on blast or anything, but have you been dealing with like urgency as far as needing to pee? Like, do you find yourself peeing more often? Okay. So, this has been a theme this month, honestly. We hold a lot of, let me ask this question a different way. 1 second. Is there something you're waiting for to end? Like, is there something that you feel like you're just like waiting for it to like, when is this over? When is this gonna be done? When can I just get like move past it? Like, is there like this thing that feels like you can't? And I'm supposed to offer with, is it can't or don't want? And is that don't want from the feeling of can't? I'm sorry. Did your husband have some kind of big belt buckle? The first question that I would ask you back is, if you shouldn't carry it, why do you feel that you have to? And they're bringing me back to that like constant urge and need to be busy and be doing things. Because what it is I think it goes back to the talisman we pulled, where are you having trouble just being present and mindful and aware of yourself in the moment, because, or not, because it feels too overwhelming to do that? Amanda, do you want to do some energy work with me right now? Also, did you hear my question about the belt buckle? Was there some kind of gold or brass belt buckle that was important to your husband? Okay. One more thing. If you do want to do energy work, I'm totally down to do some right now. But I do have a question. Have you been struggling to move your body intentionally? So what I mean by that is like dancing, walking in mindfulness in nature, maybe yoga and some stretching. Do you have space in your time to do any sort of thing like that? Okay, because I think, Amanda, if you felt up to whether you want to do some dancing and see how you hold your body, right? Because one of the ways that you can tell how people feel about themselves is the way they express themselves. So if you see someone dancing but they hold their arms really close to their body, it's because they don't want to be perceived as too much, right? They feel that fear of being perceived. They don't want to make themselves big. If you see someone who just mainly moves with the top, right, of their body, doesn't move their hips, there's some stuff to look around, some repressed trauma, repressed emotions. The way in which people move their body will tell you a lot about their energy. So if you feel like, I don't know, dancing later, notice if there are places where you're holding yourself back. Like if you wanted to twerk, are you not allowing yourself to twerk? And is that embarrassing if you're just by yourself? You know, and if the answer is yes, what is there to look at? Because ain't nobody looking at you. You're the only one judging yourself. The other thing is, taking time to be mindful, like going, maybe, I know it's probably 1,000,000 degrees where you live, but maybe going and sitting, like connecting with nature, sitting near some water, and being able to just be present with your thoughts. Because Amanda, I'm getting the impression that you're getting a ton of messages, like your husband is so like knocking on the door, that I think that he sends you a lot more messages, but you're having a hard time receiving them. And I think it became difficult to try to distinguish the tangible and intangible. So being able to just be present with yourself, Amanda, even if it's for like 30 seconds, you'll be able to start coming into that. Yeah, he's very big on pictures and images and the way that he talks. So that makes complete sense. So let's do this. We're going purple. We're going to do some transmuting with this, Amanda. So what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that I am standing directly behind you. Okay, I have my hands like this on either side of your head, right? And out of my hands is coming this really pretty purple lightning bolts. Okay? What I'm going to ask you to do is when I ask you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in with me, I would like you to imagine that you are pulling that really pretty purple light from the bottom of your feet all the way up to the top of your head. So, sorry, I don't know what's going on over here. I just see it like sticking out. So what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose. Hold it. And then let it go. You're going to feel a big rush of energy from your feet to your throat. Don't try to guide it, just let it go wherever it needs to go. You're going to feel some pressure in your chest and up to your mouth. You're going to feel some pressure in your chest and your throat. You might get a lot of spit in your throat for 1 second. Big rush in your belly, down through your groin and out your feet. What I want you to do is I want you to imagine that in the center of your chest is this really pretty blue light. Every time you are taking a breath in, that light is getting bigger and bigger until it completely envelops you in a shield. Amanda, what I want you to do is I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. And let it go. And then what I want you to do is I want you to slowly wiggle your fingers and toes and come back to me and tell me how you feel. That light's really bright all of a sudden. I don't know what the freak is up with that. Oh. welcome. So that usually is someone pushing on it. And so you would have to sit with it and try to trace the line of, why do I keep taking these off? I'm blind. You would have to see if it's connected to a person, but if I had to make a guess, there are certain lost loved ones who are trying very hard to get your attention. And if you know that you're consciously trying to block it off, they may find other ways to try to get your attention. So the next time that happens, I'll speak for myself. Whenever I start to feel pressure or throbbing at my third eye, I grab onto the cord to figure out who it is. If I go to it and it has a heartbeat, it's a living person. That's like how when I teach people to look through others' third eyes, that's how you would do it. So next time I would sit and just try to ask who it is. But if I had to say anything with how strong your husband has come through today, Amanda, I wouldn't be surprised if that's who's trying really hard to get your attention. Also, too, the next time that happens, when you get that sensation, cut your cords and put your shields up and see if it changes. Because I know for me, when it's a person, as soon as I do my clearing and things, it'll stop immediately. You're very welcome. Thank you for trusting me in your energy. YoutheBomb.com. I appreciate you. I don't know where the beach is, Amanda, but maybe go, hi, Leah, bye, Leah. Maybe see if you can go be near water somewhere and see what comes through as you're able to just be mindful and present with it. Oh my goodness. Now I have the energy burps. Okay, a couple things. One, shirts and hoodies are now a thing. Get it, girl? Wasn't the last time you went to the beach like Mexico or something? So get it. Time is good as any. Shirts are now out. This is what the front of the shirt looks like. This is what the back of the shirt looks like. Oh God. They come in different colors as well. And so you can do either the shirt or you can do a hoodie, whatever you like. I will post more info about it in the cord. It might sound like time to do the beach, my friend. Might sound like taking some time to go to the beach for you. So those are there. The next live class is on April 18th. It is $33 a person. It is about how we receive information and how to use our discernment within receiving that information. Ember's on a 7-day free trial. And don't forget, tomorrow is the first live stream over there for readings. And then Saturday is soul sessions, and Sunday is our next guided meditation and energy work, right? Jen Marie, do you want your oracle card for the day? Now I have an itchy nose. And now I'm really hungry. That's the other thing. Now I'm like hoping it's dinner time, but it's only 2:43. Okay, let's see. What do I got for Jen Marie? Jen, sorry I made you cry last night. It's a cute movie though. It's so cute. All right, let's see. What do I got for Jen Marie today? Hello. Jen, this is Thor's red, black, and gold dragon. Protects you in times of change. A time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax. You are safe. It's such a cute little movie. I'm glad everybody liked it. All right, let's see. Drawing this card indicates that you're ready to change a situation, a circumstance, or a relationship, or are already doing so. This is challenging for you, and the universe is reminding you that you've earned the right to receive support and assistance. Your guidance is to ask an army of Thor's dragons to clear the energies around you and protect you as you make this transformation. Then relax, knowing you're safe, guided, and supported. Thor's red, black, and gold dragons will ensure you make the changes in a way that is for the highest good of all concerned. These very hard-working warrior dragons consume dense energies very rapidly and thoroughly, and they come to you with dedication, love, and wisdom. So accept graciously what they have to offer you. This card is also a call to service. You're asked to send Thor's dragons to places and situations that need their protection at this time. You do not need an otter. Just saying. Jen, that was fabulous. Is there anyone else who's been waiting for an oracle card but hasn't had one yet? So don't forget, our next live class is on the 18th. Guided meditation Sunday, soul session Saturday, live stream for people's readings and energy work in You Can't Always Get What You Want. That's what just came to my mind. Thank you very much. So live class on the 18th. Readings and energy work for Patreon people tomorrow. Then Saturday, soul sessions. Sunday is the next guided meditation and energy work. The last podcast episode came out on Friday. It's all about different ways that you can learn more about yourself. So whether that's using astrocartography, destiny matrix charts, Chinese zodiac charts, whatever it may be, I did a whole podcast episode. Go check it out if you want to learn more about yourself. And then what else? Brain frozen. It's frozen. All right. It froze. We have shirts and hoodies if you're someone who wants to. No, you don't. This is the front, and then this is the back. So super excited about these two. Oh, Jen. See, Ken said he didn't need earmuffs this time, and I said you just need rain boots. Just some rain boots. It's a good movie. I found it on TikTok, honestly. Like, I saw a snippet of it on TikTok, and I was like, I have to go watch that now. Bum, bum, bum. Is there anyone else who's been waiting for their oracle card who hasn't had one yet? Hold on. There's one more thing, too. There's a bunch of things that I've opened up for free on the Patreon. So if you're someone who's been looking for meditations or more stuff, feel free to go check them out because I've opened some more of them up. Bum, bum, bum. Do you guys hear my belly right now? It's growling. It's talking. Maybe if I did, I don't know. Hold on. Did you hear that? Oh, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Okay, well, with that being said, I should probably go feed it. Feed me. We should put Little Shop of Horrors on the list. Okay, so do not forget, tonight is craft night. It's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you are someone who wants to come hang out and be crafty. I'm going to keep painting my little picture. Very excited about that. Tomorrow we'll be here to hang out. Tomorrow's Wednesday, isn't it? Yep. So we'll be here. And then also, tomorrow is the first live stream for the month on Patreon to do people's energy work and or their readings depending on what tier you hang out in. So don't forget that Ember is on a 7-day free trial if you're curious and you want to go check it out. We did a container with Archangel Mary on Friday that's uploaded. You're more than welcome to go and check that out. And then don't forget, merch is now out. I'm going to post about it on the cord so you guys can see it on both sides. And I'm also going to fix whatever is going on over here because that's annoying. And then don't forget, a couple things. whether you want to look into your human design, whether you want to find out what your soul contracts are, whether you want to look into your past lives, your spirit guides, whatever it may be, feel free to check out the private booking link because there's a ton of stuff there. Also, if you're someone who wants to start learning, there is a teaching session that you can check out as well. And then don't forget, if you're a part of Soul Sanctuary, Soul Sessions is on Saturday. What did we do last time? I think we went to the Pleiadians last time. And then before that, we learned to grab trapped emotions and how to transmute them. So those are always a blast if you're someone who hangs out in Soul Sanctuary. So unless there is anyone who has been chomping at the bit for an oracle card, has any last minute questions about readings, no yes and no questions, feel free to ask them now. Otherwise, I need to go eat some food because my belly has a lot to say. See you guys tonight. I'm so excited. And then don't forget, I'm going to post about merch. So if you guys want to check it out, it will be up. Pizzas for dinner. Unless Dinky wants to eat dinner at 3 o'clock. Which probably not, because then 6 o'clock is going to come and everyone's going to be hungry. Okay. All right. I will see you guys later.